Well, good evening. I believe it's tea time. Cheers. So, this is Tarot to a Tea, where I get to do a little tarot and I get to drink a little tea. And tonight I'm going to do the sign of Leo for March 2022. I do use a traditional deck of cards. No worries though, I'll walk you through it. It's not much different than the pictorial tarot decks that usually people use. I don't know. Lately I've just been trying something different, so here we go. So I'm gonna deal one card for the recent past, one card for a current situation or your current situation, and a card for the potential outcome. These are general readings, so I'm not aiming for anything specific. Let's just see what's going on with Leo for March 2022. We're starting off with the Joker. This is the black and white Joker. There's a couple different types. There's a colorized one and the black and white. But that's for the recent past. For your current situation, we have Ten of Spades. For the potential outcome, though, we have the Six of Diamonds. Now again, like I was saying, we have a couple jokers in the deck, and this is the black and white Joker. This is most closely affiliated with the Fool in a traditional tarot deck. Okay? It denotes a little bit of naivety. We think of jokers as being clowns. But it also holds potential because it's youthful ambition, okay? I was almost gonna say, kind of blindly going forward, slightly foolhardy, let's say, right? It just kind of came to mind there. I'm going to ask for a clarifier and see what that's about. Leo had apparently some youthful energy going forward, maybe blindly, in the recent past. I'm a Leo, and I can't imagine myself doing that, but who knows? Maybe I did. Okay, Eight of Hearts. Hearts are positive sign. With the eights, we're looking at moving ahead. So we definitely moved ahead because the Joker talks about kind of going blindly into a situation with a bit of naivety. The Eight of Hearts confirms that. But also we have the card, the hearts denote having fun. You're hanging around with people you truly enjoy. It could even mean that you met somebody that has a lot of charm and you're just kind of magnetically pulled towards them. This could denote a relationship. Kind of blindly getting into some kind of relationship with somebody. It doesn't have to be romantic. A lot of times romantic relationships start off as friendships. So maybe you were just kind of pulled towards this person and it was completely magnetic and you just kind of plunged in without thinking too much about it either way. Let's ask for a clarifier though. The recent past doesn't mean like last week necessarily. It could go back in time, or it could be just a couple of months, but it could go back in time certainly. Time is not linear. And what we think of as the now, I'm sure you've heard people say that, is not always really how it is. Seven of Hearts. Sweet. So there's definitely some kind of experience going on. Almost a perfect experience. Perfection doesn't mean that it's all bliss and, unicorns and rainbows. But perfection could be like it's the perfect experience that you just needed to have at this time. Unfortunately, with the Seven of Hearts, though, I guess it was fleeting. Yeah, it means that it was good for a time and then it just wasn't. There was some kind of letdown involved. Something changed. People became unreliable. Hmm. I tend to think it's the other person, not you, because I know how Leos are. Leos are full of heart. They make heart over mind decisions more often than not. So they're not maliciously out to lead people on or be disgenuine. Really, they're very genuine people. I think I'm going to ask for one more card, though. It's kind of a clear picture, but let's just see. Let's see what happens. Why not? Okay. Three of Clubs. So, this is about definitely some kind of completion. So maybe something came to an end. Um, Maybe you didn't want it to come to an end, and you were a little indecisive just because this person became kind of flaky. So there's a little bit of struggle involved in the decision. But from the beginning, you just kind of went into it without thinking, and it's almost like you could kick yourself and say, "Well, why didn't you think about it more?" I don't know. Uh, really, can we predict these things? No. Sometimes you just have to go with what your heart says, and that's what Leos do. It's definitely about some kind of completion, and it usually, I'm sensing this as relationships. So what's going on here with the Ten of Spades is a little bit, and this would be like the present situation, okay? Just to backtrack. This is a little bit about you're in a period of mourning, but not mourning like someone died. I don't get that from this. Certainly not. But just kind of like, oh, crap. It ended this way. It ended, period, and you didn't want it to end, or it ended badly, or there was a turn of events that just, it just stank out loud, and it was bad. It is bad. Something you're still feeling, because this talks about the present, so it's something you're still feeling. Let's get a clarifier on that. But there's a new beginning with your heart. Aces denote fresh starts, new beginnings, starting over in some sense of the word. The conflict that came up here, this also speaks about the fact that you want the dispute to end, the problems to end, maybe the ill will to end, whatever that may be. And you're trying to achieve that. You're really working on that really hard, because this Ten of Spades honestly is pretty dark, and this is like, nope, we got to put it behind us. We got to lay our swords down. We got to not hold grudges. I'm gonna ask for another card though. Two of Spades. Okay. There's some balance and harmony being achieved. But it comes with a price. There's still a sense of separation and division from this truly great situationship here. I'm not going to say just any old relationship that was short-lived and came to disappoint. I think it indicates how you're feeling. Like, yeah, I'm going to move on. I'm going to take my heart off my sleeve and I'm going to move forward. But you're still feeling just some sadness about it. But it's a balanced, harmonious state, which is a very peculiar situation to be in. I agree. Wow. The Six of Diamonds, though. Let's look at that. So the Six of Diamonds, let me back up. Diamonds, you can kind of equate those to pentacles on the tarot deck. It's kind of obvious, but I always like to point that out. Anyway, this is about an open road and the pathway being clear, like to move on, to move ahead. And that is in your potential future, probably more immediate than you think. It's also about taking responsibility. Now, diamonds do talk about financial responsibility, obviously. How that would tie up to here, I don't know. Maybe you were kind of, because you were wrapped up in this relationship, you were kind of neglecting some things, and then here you're taking more responsibility for your well-being. Let's get another card, though. What's the Leo doing in the potential future of this situation? Queen of Diamonds. Yes, definitely. This has to do with success. This queen denotes a older, wiser female energy. Could be an actual female. This kind of, it actually talks about, or it represents a person who can be a teacher or a mentor. And maybe this situation just kind of puts you in this place now that you can teach others. Because you've kind of mastered what this all was about. Like, basically getting your heart broken. That's what I'm kind of seeing. Because of all the hearts and then all the spades, it's like it was a heartbreak. But the path is clear. I'm going to ask for one more card before we wrap this up. Yeah, so again, the new beginning with the ace, right? The teaching aspect, the mentoring aspect, this energy that perhaps you embody now could be the new beginning. Like, this is going to lead to a new endeavor, a new career, just like a new role in life. It's not necessarily like a paid role. Like, this is, you're going to go to college and get a degree. I don't mean that necessarily, but just like maybe you're going to become kind of an amateur counsel on this kind of thing, an amateur, expert in this arena of these types of relationships. because it also speaks about wanting to learn. Just wanting to learn, probably wanting to understand this better. Leo, I think you're still going through a phase of understanding what happened. And even though you're pushing ahead, and you're optimistic, and you've learned a lot, you still want to know things. It's like you're not quite over it. I mean, you are, but you're not quite over it. That's what I have for you, though. I would be curious to look at April, how April looks, if it ties into this story again. Okay? Leave me some comments if this resonates with anyone. Super curious about that, and thank you for joining me. Take care, and I'll see you next time.